Rock and roll.
Page 7.
Is that Mr. Cope?
Cope.
Come up, Mr. Cope.
Morning, Your Honor.
Well,
Morning,
Mr. Cope, I don't know if I should be happy or upset with you, you know? After all the things that we did, every single thing that we did, you're on 2 very serious felony probations for an arson, possession of a controlled substance, and now you've picked up a DWI.
Judge Fleischer has had enough. A man already on felony probation for arson and drugs is now in court again, this time for a DWI and smelling like gasoline. What starts as a probable cause hearing quickly turns into a fiery takedown as the judge uncovers the full rap sheet and snaps. What does "you got me bent" mean in court? You're about to find out.
You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir. Okay.
On March 2nd, 2024 in Harris County, Texas, a traffic stop was conducted for a defective rear tail light at around midnight. Officers noticed red, watery, bloodshot eyes, strong odor of alcoholic beverage on breath, disoriented, swaying stance, heavy, thick speech, and slow to respond. Additionally, officers could smell a strong odor of gasoline coming from defendant's person.
Wait, what did you just say?
Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you like the content.
The defendant did not have an ID with him, so officer used a portable AFIS to ID the defendant. Defendant stated he drank 2 to 3 Bud Light beers prior to driving. SFSTs, 6 out of 6, HGNs, 4 out of 8 walking turns, 2 out of 4 one-leg stands. Defendant consented to a breath sample. Blood alcohol content was 0.018. And
Give me 0.108.
says 0.018.
Is that right?
Yes, 3-4 times below.
Stop. I'm not, Mr. Cope, I don't need your help.
It says point. Make sure this is, and then it says 0.016. Let me just verify that.
You have blood or breath?
Well, there's more to the PC.
Yeah, so, but finish that. So, officers did not believe the defendant's level of intoxication matched the BAC report, so a DRE on scene performed an evaluation on the defendant. The DRE conducted the SFTs again. 6 out of CHGNs, 4 out of 8 walking turns, and 1 out of 4 one-leg stands. DRE advised he also smelled gasoline on the defendant, which he knows can be used as an inhalant. DRE advised that the defendant could be.
He's also on probation for an arson. He's on probation for an arson, and he also had another arson on him, and now you smell gasoline on him? I think that you are an extreme danger to public safety, Mr. Cohn. I really, really do. You have a discharging with us, an assault, while on bond for both of those cases. You pick up an aggravated robbery, arson, burglary of a habitation, possession of a controlled substance, another arson, all those felonies. You get on probation for 2, they dismiss everything else. Now you pick up a DWI, you take flight. On the first time they gave you another PR bond.
No,
You
sir.
got me bent. If you think I'm gonna give you a PR bond again with all the stuff that you got, you are an extreme danger
Your
to
Honor.
public safety. And now you smell like gasoline? Hell no. He goes with you. Absolutely not.
Your
I'm
Honor,
gonna give
I
you a
was in-
lawyer today.
Oh,
Can you call someone, please?
All right, Judge, next is page 21. Jonathan.
Morning, Mr. Sarna. Sir, you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, sir.
Yes, sir.
On March 28th, 2025, an officer was in the process of serving a capital murder warrant on a suspect in Harris County, Texas. While conducting a felony stop, the defendant, who was identified by his Texas ID card, pulled up on the officer's perimeter, got out of their motor vehicle, and began walking to the residence where the murder suspect was. The officer supervisor ordered the defendant to stop and stay right there. The defendant refused and continued to ignore officers while walking towards the residence. The officer supervisor ordered the defendant to step back multiple times and then grabbed the defendant and took him to the ground.
Him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was he the capital murder suspect?
No, Your Honor.
I live there.
Stop. Oh, sorry.
I believe that they were in the process of serving a warrant on someone else at the residence, and that's when they came in contact with the defendant.
Okay.
He stopped. He refused to stop going towards the residence. Your Honor.
Did he serve the warrant? What ended up happening?
Looks like after refusing commands, there was a brief struggle where he was detained.
Was the murder suspect there?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. It does not say. I have no further facts that show if the warrant was service was complete on the warrant or not, Your Honor, or completed at the time. I just believe they were in the process and believed him to be at the residence, and that's when this incident.
Read it again, if you don't mind.
Yes, Your Honor. On March 28, 2025, the law enforcement officer and Squad 5 of the Houston Police Department's Gang Division served a capital murder warrant for a suspect observed inside a truck at a nearby residence. While conducting a felony stop, the defendant, who is identified by his Texas ID card, pulled up on the perimeter, got out of the vehicle, walked to the sidewalk, and began walking to the residence where the murder suspect was. The supervisor then ordered the defendant to stop and to stay right there. The defendant refused and continued ignoring officers and walking towards the residence. The supervisor ordered him to step back multiple times, but the defendant was once again ignored the officers. The law enforcement officer grabbed the defendant and made him off balance and the ground.
Okay, so now, but when you first started, you said they were going to a capital murder suspect in a car.
Yes, Your Honor. That's what. So I was originally reading the summary, and I'm going straight from the gems now, Your Honor. It looks like the suspect was observed inside a truck at a nearby residence.
So the suspect is not even in the residence. No.
Then they later state that there was that the suspect, that the defendant here was walking towards the residence where the murder suspect was. I'm not sure, Your Honor.
I'm gonna find no probable cause in your case. Just be careful, man. When you get into a pissing match with
I understand.
who's gonna win,
They are. I understand.
no.
Yes, sir.
Hand,
All right. Sit down.
please.